Hello and welcome back to XP Waste, where another way to say RuneScape is run escape, and I've been trying to escape this game for the last 10 years. I'm Michael.
And I'm Oxie. I also feel that on a spiritual level, but here we are. Welcome. If you're brand new, we're an old school RuneScape podcast. Hopefully you know that. If not, cool. I say hopefully because if you stumbled upon us, that's some awesome RMG. Welcome to the party. If you're here because of leagues, hell yeah, we're going to talk about leagues today a little bit. If you're not new to the podcast, sup, baby? Take me out to Chambers. Michael, how are you doing this week?
I'm good. Bing bong. I am doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm fishing on my main account as we speak. I'm going to hit 93 fishing during recording. That'll be great. It's not going to show up on like the clan system messages, but the GZ bot in Discord will capture it. So that's all that really matters. I haven't played a lot of RuneScape, actually. That intro is not really accurate because if I wanted to stop playing RuneScape, I probably could.
Spoken like a true addict.
If I want to quit, I can. No. I just don't want to quit, right? So life is busy. Having a baby, it's a lot. So I go back to work within this week. Of the date of actually posting this podcast, I will be back at work within like the next couple days.
That's a shitty day to go back to work, brother.
No. I'm not going back to work today, like Wednesday. I'm going back to work tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Thursday.
say, dude, you're going back to a leagues release? That sucks.
Actually, I have a doctor's appointment the morning of leagues, like this morning.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He's gonna be dead. He's gonna be unconscious when he gets back.
No. It's a
They'll have given him like an elephant tranquilizer or something, and he's just never gonna play leagues now. Damn it.
It's a dermatologist, so I don't know how intrusive that will be. Like, I just have really bad dandruff, so they're gonna take a look at my scalp and stuff. But other than that, hopefully it's not elephant tranquilizer type appointment.
Oh, guys, they gave me too much Head and Shoulders. I have to take today off and join the league. That's gonna be Michael today.
Actually, Head and Shoulders doesn't even help me. Like, it's that bad, but I don't want to get into all that. What I do want to talk about is my newest addition to my ever-growing list of hobbies, I would call it. I got a 3D printer, and I'm very excited about that. I printed out an archer's ring, which I have on screen right now if you're on YouTube. It's really cool. There's just like, I feel like, okay, this is the best way I can equate it to RuneScape players. When a new boss comes out and it's something we've never seen before, or say you're starting to play the game and you played many years ago, you come back and there's just so much to learn. There's so many mechanics. There's so many intricacies. That's 3D printing for me. Like, I feel like I've barely even scratched the surface of the knowledge that I'm going to have about 3D printing. Like, there's words I didn't even know existed. So it's a lot of fun. But I got a pretty good printer where it's basically just like plug and play for beginners. Like, I was able to print something within the first, hour of having it. So it's pretty cool. I'm going to be printing a lot of RuneScape things. You may see stuff start to pop up in my background. Like, goals for me is to print a life-size dragon scimitar and paint it and everything, and then just hang it on the wall. It would obviously have to be done in like sections, and then you glue the sections together. But I've seen one on Etsy, and it's like $200 or something to buy it. It's crazy. So like, I could print that. So that, you just watch out for the background. There's probably gonna be a lot of 3D printed little knickknacks.
I will commission that from you once you get that going. I fucking love that. Just like hang it in my back wall there. I put it right next to the sword. Although I don't know why you would ever want. You already know where I'm going with this, Michael. I don't know why you would ever want a 3D printed dragon scimitar when you could have your very own toilet paper tube abyssal whip. I don't know. Yes. I don't know why he would spend so much time making a handcrafted, beautifully designed dragon scimitar when you can spend $6 on paint and string and make this artisanal work here.
That's a great point, Oxie. That is a great point. You can't hear me right now, and now you can hear me. Okay, that is a great point. I think that it would take me at least 3 days to get all the toilet paper rolls I would need.
I don't want to admit how long it took for me to get those damn toilet paper rolls, dude. I wanted to make that whip in February. I think I ended up making it in April.
Oh,
Just because that's how long it took me to like. I cut paper towel rolls in half. Like I was like hoarding
gotcha.
paper towel. Like it was yeah. I think I used the toilet paper roll as like the base, and then cut paper towel rolls to that specification. Then I painted them all, and yeah, it's.
I might see if there's like a print file for like an actual abyssal whip that you could just print out and then attach with like wires or something. That would be cool. If you're creative listening to the podcast, if you're out there and you're creative and you're good at 3D modeling, let me know if you can make me an abyssal whip file so I can print it out and make one. Then I'll just have like that little one up on Oxie's DIY.
You'll never have the one up on that DIY. It's perfect. I see nothing wrong with it. Definitely
I
not.
see no gods up here but me.
Exactly. The boys have been roasting me for that all week. I successfully one-ticked in the Inferno.
Ooh.
And I said that I'm like, hey, I one-ticked in Major Blob, and I made some stupid comment like, I see no god down here but me. And they just will not let it go. The best part about that is I made that comment and then failed 4 more one-ticks in a row.
Oh.
Like, counting to 1 is hard. Counting to 2 is hard.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Anyway, how are you?
I'm not too bad. It's been a decent week in RuneScape. It's also been a pretty good week on Arc. I got back into Arc. For those of you who have listened to us over on Dorks and Daggers, a fella named Matt, he opened up an Arc server with some of his friends, invited Michael and I to come play, so I've been on that server, messing around for a little bit, having a good time. In the world of RuneScape, I have done Hydra. Finally got my first Hydra task. I don't know if that happened for the last episode, but I
don't think it did.
Cranking out Hydra. I got 160. I have like 37 left.
Nice.
Gonna get that elite task.
Are you wearing the Bracelet of Slaughter or the Bracelet of Slaughter?
No.
Okay.
160 is more than enough to get the elite kill count task. I figured I might have to wear a Slaughter, but I think she gave me like the max amount. I don't know how many Hydras can be assigned. I think it's like, is it like 130 to 160? Yeah. Oh shit, she gives 125 to 190. Oh, okay. 190 Hydras, bro.
So you got the median.
Yeah, I got like a middle of the road, and it's perfect. Trips last about 30 minutes to 40 minutes, depending. Okay. I get like 15, 20 a trip. Yeah. It's nice. Hydra, I know it's like, it's understandable how Hydra is brain dead.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually really enjoying it as both a new boss and a boss that like absolutely shits out money. Like I have not made this much consistent money in old school literally ever than I have at doing a Hydra task. This is insane how much we're getting. I think in 123 kills, I've made 16 mil. The only unique I've seen is 769 dragon knives. That's it.
Okay.
Like, we are making absolute stonks. If you do Hydra, you know that that's a thing. Like, you know you make money. But
yeah,
I have seen people make money, but was just not ready for the consistency with each kill. Like, it is awesome. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
The only unique I have from Hydra is the Hydra heads.
Same.
And that's... Okay, so you got them. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I got the Hydra heads on like 40-something KC, and that leaves, I think, I need Skatizo, Abyssal Demon, and then all the combat achievement Slayer helms. I also need the Twisted Helm, but that's not really an unlock, more of a purchase. That'll be a luxury item down the road when I have nothing to buy but superfluous cosmetics.
Yeah, I thought about making the Hydra helm, the Slayer helm, but then I was like, okay, so then it's going to cost me 1,000 points, and then I have to go imbue it, or I could just literally just take out like the KBD heads or the Vorkath head from a helmet and then just reassemble it every time I want to change it. That's one way to do it.
Can you actually
So right
do
now
that?
yeah. It stay like the imbue will stay. So
I didn't know
I'll do
you
it right
could.
now.
I didn't know you could redo it. That's awesome.
We also learned this week that if you didn't know, your pet will stay with you if it's in your inventory and you die. There's very, very specific conditions that this has to
I was
occur
gonna
in.
say that is not entirely true. It has to
Yeah.
be one of the 3 items you protect, and the way the death system works, pets are some of like the lowest valued items in the game.
Yeah.
So I think we tried to simulate what it would be like getting a pet at Scorpia. I geared for Scorpia, I did everything, and then I +1'd an item. We got all the way down to like my Ring of Dueling that was still being saved over my Abyssal Orphan pet in my inventory. So if you get a pet, especially one where you could die, just tell someone. Like, tell one of your friends if you're worried about getting out safely. Like, I got my screenshot of getting Venenatis, and then within 2 seconds was seed potting away. Like, frantically seed potting away.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday, so it wasn't like there were going to be a lot of PKers coming to get me. It was like, I was still just spooked. But
didn't your screenshot also include someone popping up?
No.
Okay.
I've had dragon pickaxes before, where like I screenshot a dragon pickaxe for bingo, and in the background you'll see 2 guys in their mystics with their skulls like coming to get me as I'm pulling the dragon pickaxe.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
But no, Venenatis, I was very alone for Venenatis. It was very nice. But in the wilderness, yes, it's very nice. But obviously, if you get a pet, just go insure it. And if you can't afford to insure it, ask someone to cover you. Like, it's 500K. You'll eventually be able to pay them back. Don't lose a pet if you can avoid it.
Here's the strat.
Yeah.
Here's the strat. Just put it in your bank. If you really like, if you say you're an Iron Man or whatever, and you can't get a donation or you don't have friends to give you money, just put it in your bank, and then go and do something that can make like go and do what is it? Agility pyramid. How long would it take to get 500K?
A lot.
Maybe not that
long. A lot
long.
of hours. It's like 50 laps at least.
Oh, I thought it was 100K per triangle. Whatever.
Bro, I'd be doing agility pyramid if it were 100K per triangle. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're right. It's 10K.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, just put it in your bank or make a menagerie in your house and put it in your house so it can actually walk around. But don't have it out if it's not insured. Unless you don't care and you're one of those people that just like pets aren't cool to you. I don't understand how you function as an adult.
Wow. Going after people today. My goodness, Michael.
I say it all in love and in joke, but it's mainly joking. You can do what you want in this game, but yeah, if you care, just put it in the bank.
So, Michael being malicious towards pet haters aside, my new plan after I finish Hydra, I should finish Hydra today. Three goals. 2 of them actually matter. One of them is just foolish fun. Send an Inferno attempt once a day between now and leagues, which from Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 3 attempts. Those will probably be my last attempts for a couple of weeks. Continue to chip away at the elite achievements. I have 17 elite achievements left as of 4:02 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. 9 of those 17 are kill count challenges.
Oh, easy.
And 5 of them are probably going to require other people. One of them definitely requires other people, but the other 4 would be convenient with other people. So, as far as KC goes, all 4 God Wars dungeon bosses, Theater of Blood, Mimic, which is apparently a huge wall, Callisto, and then, Hydra, which I'm going to get done today, and, of course, Fazani's fucking Nightmare. I need 1 KC at Fazani's Nightmare. So, otherwise, the elite tasks that I have left are not particularly difficult. It's a lot of speed run times. It's a lot of, weird mechanical stuff, but it's not going to be too bad. And then my final goal is tutorial boost for some points, so I can make some Slayer helmets.
Yeah, nice.
So,
because you have to. when you get the Jad helm, you're gonna need to have the Slayer points to make it.
No, I'll just
Correct?
need to make a Slayer helmet, and then
Oh.
you like use it on Gommel outside the Warriors Guild,
Oh.
and then you do whatever. I want the points so I can make the Vorkath and the KQ and the Hydra helmet, and
Gotcha.
then and a long-term strat. So if you've done God Wars with me in the past couple of months, you know that I'm out of redirection scrolls, and I have been forever because I refuse to go back to Nightmare Zone. But I still have 99 attack and strength to get, so I have 95 Slayer. I don't really care about training combats through Slayer at this point, so I might just sit and AFK for a while in Nightmare Zone while I'm like writing notes at work or just chilling at home or playing a different game. And from there, get Nightmare Zone points to imbue all the Slayer helms because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have an unimbued Slayer helm at this stage of my account. Like it's not happening.
Right. Right.
And then I can like mix and match fashion, you know? It'd be a lot of fun. So yeah, just a little stupid long-term side goal that I have to have all the Slayer helms, but yeah, that's I'm
That's your week, huh?
words. That's been my week. I don't really know what else I've done in RuneScape. We had a next event, Michael.
We
That's what
did.
we did. We had a next event
did.
yesterday.
And we saw a drop, which was awesome.
We
Shout out
did.
to
Young Mac.
Young Mac. Shout out to Young Mac
Young Mac
on
with
that one.
the Ancient Hilt. It was our second kill of the day.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I died during Soul Split phase.
Oh no.
And then I saw the clan notification pop up. I did get a split though, which was very nice, but yeah, it was a 60, like 62, 63 mil, something like that. Split between like 15 people. So each got a cool like 4.5 mil. It was really nice to see the drop. It was very cool. I think it was Young Mac's like first ever big drop.
Yeah.
So it's always exciting to see your first big drop. My first big drop was also from God Wars. It was a BCP.
Ooh. Arguably, I don't think I've ever had a big drop in my name that I can remember.
Crystal Armor Seed.
13 mil. Woohoo!
That's a lot of money, my guy.
Right now it's like 10 mil. So it just depends on the time. It could have been 4 mil or whatever it was a while back, but I don't know. Like, I just need to do more bossing.
Yeah.
Really
I mean,
do.
my biggest, like on the log that I have right now, historically, my biggest drop was the Crystal Weapon Seed. The Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed.
Yeah.
The Bofa that I own, I got as a drop over the summer, which we were talking about last night. Somebody in VC yesterday, who's an XP waster, got back-to-back Abyssal Whips off a normal and then a superior Abyssal Demon. And he said, that's my RNG for the whole year. And all of us who were like fresh out of Theater of Blood and things like that were like, dude, that's your RNG for the day. Like, don't worry. Like, you will get more big drops than that. But I think I did use up all my RNG for 2021. During that week, I got my Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed on like 70 KC normal gauntlet, like 2 weeks after they had released the Bofa.
Yeah.
And I also got the Nightmare Pet on 53 KC that week. So I think that was like, I went hard and then just didn't get anything. I can't even say that. Like I've seen some drops at Theater of Blood. I got a Sang Staff. That was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little salty about it because that was during our fall bingo. And I needed a Justy piece, and I was outside the purple chest. I was sitting there with Jamie and her friends. I'm like, I have never wanted a Justiciar face card more in my life. Please.
Yeah.
It was a Sang Staff. I mean, which I'm not going to complain about. It was like a 16 mil split, but still.
Yeah. I just looked through my log, and I think the biggest drop I've ever gotten is either the Dragon Pick or a Tanzanite Fang from Zulrah.
I've gotten
the Onyxes.
Not counting the Crystal Armor
Seed. Not counting the Crystal Armor Seed. One day, I'll have some sort of sigil from Corp. That would be amazing. I would love a drop from Nex. I think that would be awesome. Or something from Nightmare. Well, I don't know if I'll ever really do Fazanis. Maybe once I'm maxed and I'm not doing anything else. So
yeah, I
we don't want to talk about
Fazanis, but I had a bingo that I was in. Nightinator, the streamer, her Discord had a bingo. I think like last August, maybe. During that, I think I got 2 or 3 uncut Onyx from Zulrah, which totaled out. I think our team had like 8 uncut Onyx from Zulrah.
Wow.
Some guy, everyone just got hella unfortunate. We needed a magic fang,
Mm-hmm.
and we just got so many onyxes. We renamed our team to the Onyx Farmers
Oh.
after that because we truly were just like stacked with how many we got. It was gross. Yeah.
And they're actually like up in price right now. I think they're over 3 mil.
They definitely weren't
nice.
back then, bro. Are Onyx really that much? They're 1.8 mil for an uncut.
Oh,
Onyx.
really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
I don't know where you got
sorry.
3 mil from. I was like, hold the phone. They're Chaos Rune Sync. I don't know about. But
Yeah, I should probably do research before I talk about things like that, shouldn't I?
I know that because I bought. Well, I looked it up on the little Runelight thing. I bought a Fury last night. Scape and I did a DH fight just randomly. He was trolling me getting keys, just like blow piping me while I was getting keys. I retaliated at one point, and then he's like, "Fight me 1v1." He pretty much said 1v1 me on Rust, bitch. So we geared up in full DH. He said he wore his Fire Max cape, so he wouldn't have any advantage. And we had a pretty fun fight. He got absolutely spooned with no food left, smacked to 55 and killed me.
Oh, really?
In a PK world. So GZ to him for that fight, but it was a lot of fun. We were talking about it earlier today. We're like, I kind of want to learn how to DH fight after this. Like,
yeah.
Like when money for PVM isn't a thing, I kind of want to do like risk fights like that. Like it was fun.
Yeah, because like every death is what, over 2 mil.
Bro, if you're skulled, every death is like mil.
Oof.
Because you can bring a scimitar over a whip, but
yeah.
Full DH is like it's like 2 or 2.5. Fury's 1.8. Whip is 2 mil. You know, there's the Vengeance runes that you can bring. You can bring a spec weapon. Like if you really want to, you can bring like AGS or something, which is another 11 mil, you know. Or the XGS, as I've heard people are calling it now.
Yeah, because we already have an AGS, Ancient God Sword.
Yeah, it's also been... It's either XGS, ZGS, or AGS2 is how I've heard it referred to as. But Ancient Godsword PKing is so fun to watch.
I argue we should call it the next GS.
Get him.
Oh, man. What are we talking about today, Oxie?
Well, obviously, there's the elephant in the room, right? Leagues 3 dropped today. We kind of want to talk about something else in addition to Leagues that we think kind of fits in, but we'll focus on Leagues, I guess, to start. Michael, a lot has changed since the last time we recorded an episode. Some of what we said, we actually have answers to. We're not going to go through every little bit of it because that's a lot of work, but if you've been following along for Shattered Relics League, you're probably aware that they have released a lot of information. By today, they've released a shitload of information because you're probably playing Leagues today. Leagues may have just opened, or it may have been out for like 12 hours, depending on when this episode goes live. But yeah, we learned a couple pretty cool things. Do you know what relic you're going to pick to start?
We get a relic to start?
You get a combat relic when you pick a combat skill.
Okay. I have not looked.
I don't necessarily know what the combat relic does, but I know it will be a combat relic. People have suspected it's like the unholy ranger major meleeer.
Oh. I think
holy warrior, whatever it is.
Would it be unwise to say that I'm going to pick melee? Because the last melee relic was broken. If you like right out the gate, any weapon that you could get your hands on was amazing because it just increased the attack speed. Now, it was amazing for other weapons when that happened, but you had to have very specific weapons to make it good, I think. Now, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt because I played about 10 to 20 hours of the last league, and I don't think I made it to that relic. I do want to say this. The last league, I didn't mention this in the last episode, but the last league, within that week of it releasing, I actually did my first ever and only 24-hour stream. And I played the league almost the entire time. So I did play quite a bit, but in a 24-hour stream, you have a lot of other things going on. There's a lot of AFK time. So like I was mainly just doing quests and not a lot not a lot got done. So as I was listening to the last episode, I was like, wait a second. I did stream. So I played more than I originally had said. So that being said, take everything I'm about to say about leagues with a grain of salt because one, I haven't done a ton of research on this one other than what we talked about last week. There's a whole Discord channel called Leagues Discussion. I need to go and catch up from what it sounds like.
Yeah,
because
a lot has popped up. So you mentioned quests. That is a great point to kick this off on.
okay.
Normally on a new account, you do a lot of quests to get a lot of cool stuff. I freaking love quests. You guys know that. But I think the strat is to go for tasks because I've watched some YouTube videos, I've read, through whatever. I watched the modcast they did last Thursday. Here's an opinion. I don't think the first combat relic you pick matters. I genuinely don't think it matters because I think you're going to get so many tasks done in the first hour that you'll have all the combat stats eventually. Like you could slow it down and maybe not unlock all the combat stat or tasks, but like even if they unlock for 20 Sage's Renown a piece and you're getting 1 Sage's Renown per easy task or 2 or 3 Renown per medium task, there's a lot you can do with that, which includes completing some quests or doing really simple activities like cutting a tree, mining a piece of copper or tin, catching a shrimp, things that you're not necessarily locked to. For example, you could complete a lap of the gnome stronghold, the tree gnome village, whatever it is, the agility course at level 1 agility. Get the task done for that and still like not have to worry about unlocking agility. So there's a lot that you can do. So with tasks, right? They've said that all of the tasks from Trailblazer are in this league, as well as most of the tasks from Twisted League.
Okay.
They talked to the modcast that like we had to balance it out a little bit because in Twisted League there were like 50 Winter Todd tasks or something, but there's only there's not that many Temporos tasks, so obviously have to balance it out a little bit there. But I'm excited to see what's being brought over because I didn't play Twisted League. I'm actually really excited to go to Zaya and have a lot of fun on Zaya in leagues. Chambers may actually be the most fun content in the game with all these cracked relics and fragments and things like that, and just absolutely memeing our way through whatever.
Because we didn't get Chambers in the last league, even though we got TOB, but Zaya was just completely cut off. In this league, Zaya is available, which I'm excited about. Yeah, because there's a ton of content on Zaya.
I'm really excited to see it. We can do everything. I can't wait to do Gauntlet in leagues. Zalra in leagues is going to be fun. I really want to go to the Wilderness bosses in leagues with all the crazy relics and all that. Oh my god, dude. Like being able to face tank some of these bosses. In Trailblazer League, towards the end of the league, I didn't want to make another account, but I kind of wished I would have made another account and gone with a range build. I would have picked Asgarnia, Tyranwin, and Wilderness, and I would have had a 1-tick blowpipe, a 2-tick crossbow, all sorts of really cool stuff. I would have had a ballista. No, I wouldn't have had a ballista. I would have had full armadillo. It would have been sick. But fortunately, that is not what I chose.
God Wars was just broken. So like getting those drops way easier than in normal.
God Wars is fantastic. I think they've maintained that, by the way. They did in a couple of the questions they asked. I believe that the get 40 keep 40 rule of God Wars is still in effect. So when you get your 40 KC, you'll like always have it. I think. Yeah, so back in Trailblazer League, originally last recall, you could just get the KCs, teleport out in a boss room, last recall back inside that boss room.
Oh,
And
gotcha.
people called out how broken it was. Jagex patched it, but while they patched it, they knew people were going to be pissed for how they did it, because like it gave too many people an advantage, and you know they ended up giving us private instances, and our KC never went away, so we wouldn't have to get KC every time we last recalled out. I think
Yeah.
they're carrying that over to this league as well.
If it's in the last league and it's not entirely game breaking, really no reason not to have it in this one. That's kind of the thing that I'm excited about for future leagues, is the fact that like it's just building and building. That's also, on the same token, the thing that I'm worried about with future leagues. So it's kind of a hand in hand. It's like, it's exciting that we're getting all these new things, but it has the expectation that how are you going to top this? And they have to do this every year. How are you going to top this is the question that we always ask every time where there's a new league. But they continue to do it. There's just a lot of smart people at
genuinely at the end of Trailblazer League. I was literally sitting thinking, like, how are they going to top this for Leagues 3? How are they going to beat the fun that we've had in Trailblazer with Leagues 3? Like, how are they going to do it? I'm absolutely stoked for League. I will have been playing for the first couple hours of release. I will have been playing on and off on my phone all day while I'm at work. And then the second I get home, when 5:30 rolls around, it is absolute degenerate hours. And we're playing straight through to when I have to go to bed for work.
Yeah.
The weekend leagues comes out. So not today, but like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It might be one of those, oh, he didn't leave the house for 3 days weekends, because I love leagues. Unfortunately, I cannot take time off of work.
Yeah.
So,
well, such is life.
Yeah.
Adulting is hard.
Adulting is hard.
That kind of like is almost the butteriest of smooth transitions into what we actually wanted to talk about today, if you're ready to dive into that.
Sure. We actually did want to talk about leagues. Don't get us wrong. We did want to talk about leagues, but we didn't want to rehash last episode. You know, we wanted to give some hype for leagues. So I guess before we like officially close the section, if you're in Discord, find the Leagues 3 like tab in our Discord and start posting about like your theory crafting, your accomplishments. We'll have some announcements. I think we might be doing a little league tournament like we did last year, where the people with the most points get a prize. Still not sure though. We haven't quite worked that one out because I don't think we've talked about it. But yeah, look forward to that. Chat about leagues, post about leagues accomplishments. It's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun. But yes, that is a good transition into our topic, kind of. RuneScape Guilt.
Yes, RuneScape Guilt is a huge thing. We may have covered this in a past episode. I don't know. It sounds familiar, but the idea that you play RuneScape, and if you're not playing RuneScape, you feel like you should be playing RuneScape, specifically old school in this context. If you feel this for RuneScape 3, that is also a thing, because I'm almost positive this can happen with RuneScape 3. But specifically for our podcast, old school is what most of us play. I've not ventured into the world of RS3 quite yet. Maybe one day.
What rabbit hole are you getting yourself down, Michael?
I don't know. It kind of goes into the same thing, because you have RuneScape Guilt about playing RuneScape 3. I have guilt of what we're calling RuneScape Guilt. It's just like, I feel bad that I'm not leveling my main account in OSRS if I were to play RuneScape 3. That's kind of where I'm getting at. And it's a weird concept.
It is a weird concept, but I know it's something that like everyone, Michael and I for sure, everyone here in the recording booth chat, all of you listening, have at one point or another, or currently do, feel, which is the idea of like, I should be playing RuneScape, or I should be playing on this account, or I should be training this instead of doing whatever. It goes beyond. The reason we're calling it out is because it feels different than like, I want to go home and play RuneScape because I want to do next with all my friends. I can't wait to do leagues with all my friends when I come out. I'm going to be sitting in my office today while you are listening to this episode, staring at the clock for 8 hours until I can leave and come home and play leagues with my friends. This is different. This is, I don't really want to play RuneScape, but I kind of have to.
Right.
I want to play another game, or I even want to play RS3, or I want to play a different account, but I have to play my main account for some reason. I have to get a max cape. I have to get an infernal cape on my main account. You know, it's classified as avoidance if you're not doing it. How many times, I swear to God, if I had a mill for every time I did literally anything that was not going the Inferno and heard this is some cheeky Inferno avoidance, I would be going into the Inferno with Third Age and a Twisted Bow just for fun. Like, you know, it is something that we all kind of have to deal with. You know, the idea that we have to be playing this game.
Yeah. What do we do about it, Oxie?
I mean, what do we do about RuneScape Guilt? Know that it's okay to not play the game. We said it during our Burnout episode. We've said it multiple times during periods where we've talked about Burnout. And we're going to drive it home again today. It is okay to play a different fucking game. It is hard to play a different game, because I'm sure a lot of you have a lot of friends who play RuneScape. If you're like Michael and I, almost all of your online friends play RuneScape, and a good portion of those online friends only play RuneScape.
Yep.
Which is why sometimes it's a lot of fun and also kind of weird to get like the TNL boys in a Halo Slayer lobby, where we all have our service tags as TNL and we still get shit on, but like, you know, it's fun to do stuff like that. That's why it feels so good sometimes to play a different game, because we don't often feel like we can, if that makes sense. You can. Please, please, please play other games. Please play other accounts. Your group Iron Man is calling to you, as I literally opened a client to play my group Iron Man and said, I don't have anything to do in the groupie, I'm just not going to play it, and closed the client before we started recording. Go play your hardcore, go play your pure, go play your Zerker. Like,
yeah.
It is understandable to feel bad that you can't do it, you know, and I think a bigger piece of it can be that social element of like, well, if I don't play RuneScape, I don't have anybody to hang out with. That's not true. People will hang out with you if you're playing a different game and joining the VC. It's something that I've had to overcome. I run the fucking Discord, and I've had to deal with this. I don't run it. I run it with a team of people, but still, you know, like, you're in TNL for Michael and I's show, and I've still had the point of being like, I don't know if I can join that chat because I'm not doing RuneScape thing. It's different when, like, if you see people in, like, the 5-man rating chat, they're almost always at Theater of Blood. So, like, that's a respect thing to not join that chat. Rating, bossing, mentoring, like, that's one thing if you see people are doing a specific activity. Yeah. But having the feeling like I can't join Gen Chat because I'm not playing RuneScape sucks. Yeah. You can still join Gen Chat. Like, you like still have fun with your friends while not playing this game. It's certainly a bit of a different pace from topics we normally talk about on the show, but I wanted to bring it up because, like I said, I've been playing the shit out of Ark this past week. And this, to a surprise to no one, I've named dinosaurs after RuneScape characters. My tribe is named after RuneScape. We are Seren's faithful. It's just me. You know, it's things like that. RuneScape is always going to like be in your personal life. I caught a Pokemon the other day, and I named it Ketzek, which is the name of the major from the Fight Caves. Oh, you know, in Pokemon Go, and things like that. Where if you want to enjoy another game, please just enjoy another game. It's hard to like sit here and sound like I'm begging. You know, I'm sure it's awkward to listen to, but really, it is okay to enjoy something else.
Yeah. And on that same token, if you're the type of person that wants to give people grief for playing another game, please don't do that.
I was going to say, oh no, everybody duck. Michael's got the claws out.
Please don't do that. Yes, RuneScape may be your favorite game, and there is the element of I want to play RuneScape with my friends, and seeing someone else play another game may be hard for you because, again, we talked about it. Like, you have friends in RuneScape and you may not have friends in other games, but maybe they do. Like, I'm really excited for Oxie to play Arc. I also was invited to that server that he's on, but it turns out I can't play on that server because I don't have Arc for the Xbox. I wanted to play, but I can't. So I'm just happy for him that he gets to play.
Fun side note about that. Remember how I've said, like, back when I first joined TNL, I was real awkward and, like, didn't know how to talk to people? You'd think after meeting hundreds of people playing this game, having been invited to an Arc server by somebody else who plays this game and is in our RuneScape clan, I'd be like, "What's up, fellas? Let's go." And I join the V. I don't say anything. I'll join the Xbox Live party, be like, "Hi," and just nothing. Like, I am bad at talking to new people in an environment I'm not comfortable with. Not to say I'm not comfortable. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm just real awkward. You know? Michael brings up a good point. Don't be that person. This isn't a call-out post, right?
No,
I do it to Michael all the time. How many times has Michael been like, I don't know, doing nothing? I'm like, that's a weird-looking gauntlet, Michael. He's done it to me. This doesn't look like the Inferno. I'm like, no, this is Halo. It's not the Inferno. You know? You'll do it to everyone in jest on occasion. This isn't a direct call-out post, but chances are, if you're talking to someone, you're like, oh, that's a weird looking Inferno. I'm going to use myself as an example. RuneScape's probably their favorite game too. Like, if that's the point you're at, RuneScape is probably their favorite game as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So just keep that in mind. It's not a call out post. It's not, please stop asking us how we're doing on our skills. I quite frankly need the motivation. When people ask me how I'm doing in the Inferno, it keeps me certainly not motivated, but it keeps me driven by, like, all right, I'm going to get this eventually, you know?
Mm-hmm. Brute force or not, you're gonna get it.
Exactly. So it's helpful in some senses, but, you know, just, we all love this game. We all have to not play this game all the time, because it'll drive us crazy and do just, like, mentally horrible things to us. Because wanting to play a game, and I will say it again, wanting to go home and play RuneScape is completely different from sitting at your computer and going, I have to play RuneScape.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are times, the ad you're about to see at the break, I have to log in and record that ad. That's not I have to play RuneScape, that's I have to do work for my show, right? Mm-hmm. I will still probably do something stupid after I log in, like kill chickens for Turiel or something, but it's a very different feeling. Learn how to identify it, you know? Like, oh, I don't want to play this game. Like, I just don't want to do it. Don't. Play literally anything else. Play RS3. Play a different account. Don't. It's okay to not play this game.
I'm sure there are plenty of people listening right now that this may not apply to you because you don't experience RuneScape guilt, or like you're perfectly fine playing other games. If that's you, help us. Like, send some recommendations in TNL, in the comments of this podcast, somewhere, wherever it's posted. Give us recommendations. Like, the games that you play, I mean, they may be similar to RuneScape in some aspect, but I know that there's other, like, MMOs out there. I know that there's other adventure games, RPGs, that may be fun, but you never know until either you get told about it or you stumble across it on Steam or you see a trailer on YouTube or something. So if you have games that you like to play, let us know. There's a guy in our Discord. His name's Cookies and Milf. We shout him out on every episode. He has, I'm not joking, thousands of games in his Steam library. Thousands. He went through them with me. He's like, what should I play today? I was like, okay. And he's like, narrow it down. I was like, okay, adventure game. So he clicks a little filter, hundreds of games still there. So find somebody like that maybe and see if they can recommend you something. If you are struggling, if not, help be that person for somebody else. You mentioned earlier, Oxie, like, I have specifically, like, the guilt of not playing my main account. Mm-hmm. And one thing I was thinking about of, like, okay, well, what's one thing that we always try and tell people? Make goals. What you could do and what I need to do is I just need to set myself some goals for other accounts, for my group account, for actually that's the only other account I really play. So for my group Iron Man account, I don't have really any goals. I had a goal to get a fire cape. It's still kind of a goal, but that was more so like a, hey, I'm gonna have a stream for my birthday, and it'd be fun to try and attempt
it was
on
an
my
event.
birthday.
Yeah,
It was more so an event, not like a, hey, this is my end of year goal is to get the fire cape. But like, there's plenty of things I could be doing on my group Iron Man, all the while doing literally anything on my main account at this point. Because like, I'm in a very AFK spot on my main account. So there's a lot I could be doing. And I'm just trying to tell myself, okay, make a goal, set a goal for 2022. And maybe that will help me feel better about not playing my main account if I were to like AFK and disconnect. Because that happens a lot. Is like I'm doing something intensive on another account and I'm maybe playing 2 accounts at the same time and I just log out on one and never really log back in. That's okay. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Either way it happens. If it's on purpose or on accident, it's okay. So set goals. We talked about it a lot in length previous episodes, but play other games too.
Yeah, please play other games, play other accounts, play normal RuneScape. Fun fact, if you have an Iron Man account or a group Iron Man account or a hardcore or UIM on OSRS, it doesn't have any of those same restrictions in RS3. When you sign in to RS3, like if I were to use TNL Jaddy on RS3, I'd be on a brand new account. It wouldn't, I'd have to go through Tutorial Island or Adventure Land or whatever the hell you do when you start in RS3 now.
Whatever it is.
And then I could choose to become an Iron Man or a hardcore or whatever. Like I'm not locked into being an Iron Man if I go to RS3. So technically you could play a new RS3 account and your main account at the same time. Or the reverse is possible. Like the same is true with your main account. My main on RS3 is dog shit. But I have it. I have used it to help an old friend or a couple old friends of mine get some clan hall business done in RS3. But
that's cool.
That's about it. I've not done any quests. I've not done anything else. Pretty much camped outside Falador. If they ever need me, I'll log in and help them out, get their clan favor back. But yeah, it's okay to play other games. Really, it is. It's okay to hang out with friends when you're not playing RuneScape and they're all playing RuneScape. It might be awkward for a second, but truly, you could just play what you want to play. And don't feel obligated to play this game because, holy shit, you could be here forever.
Yeah. I mean, variety streamers, they're very entertaining to watch. I know that doesn't really relate to what we're talking about, but like there's plenty of people out there who just game hop. And you don't really see it a lot within the RuneScape community, but it's a normal thing. It really is. like we said earlier, Cookies and Milf, he'll just log in and pick a game. I don't think he's played RuneScape in a while. And Jake, if you're listening to this, we miss you. We really do. Haven't seen you around TNL in a while. Hope you're doing well. But does that wrap this up? I don't know.
I think that about wraps it up. It wasn't, it's not as spicy as Leagues 3, of course, because like I said, chomping at the bit to go home and play Leagues 3 right now as we speak. But yeah, I think that does put a nice little clean cap on the little reminder refresher that we do have to give you guys. So
to cap off this section, Leagues is going to be great. I am excited for it. I don't know. Like I feel like I gave out the impression last week that I was like, oh, Leagues is going to be boring. Like I'm excited to play. I really am. The day that it comes out, like I said, I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, and then I'll try and be on during the day. I honestly, Oxie, I think since I have the bond on my groupie account, I'll do it on that account and just have the untradables there, and then buy all the stuff if I want it on my main. Because like you can buy the void recolor, you can buy the cannon recolor, all that stuff is tradable. So there's really, other than the trophy, which I have 2 mithril trophies, other than the trophy, it's not a huge deal. So on the groupie, it's more of an achievement. And I kind of want that Trailblazer toolkit. That is sexy AF to me. I have it on my main account for all of my tools: pickaxe, harpoon, and what's the other one? Oh, axe. Very, very sexy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna play on my groupie. But I think now is the time. We're gonna send you off to a commercial break. Oxie, is it? You said it's gonna be a new one.
It is. It's a brand new commercial today.
Woo-hoo. So if you don't already know this, we say this literally every episode that we talk about commercials. It's gonna have a video version as well. So we should, if we're on top of things, have that separate video uploaded to YouTube. So if you just want to watch the commercial, go check our YouTube channel. Just search XP Waste Podcast and you'll find it, or we'll have it linked in the description. But check it out and enjoy this commercial break.
I am going to give myself a challenge before we go to break. Michael made the face like, yeah, let's go to break. And then I immediately interrupted him. I'm sorry. The day this episode comes out, one of you guys go on YouTube, go find a playlist of all our commercials. If all the commercials aren't there, there should be like maybe 10, 15 total commercials. If they're not all there, you already know what to do. At Michael in Discord and ask him why Oxie hasn't uploaded all the videos yet. Because we need to be held accountable for this. That will be my mission for the week, is to upload all the videos, because I think I have all but 2 of the base video files. So I'll get everything uploaded, all the GPA ads, all the stupid commercials we've done over the past couple months. We'll get them in a nice condensed playlist for you guys. So if you're ever interested in watching them, you can watch them on YouTube, short form, real easy. If they're not up when this episode airs, hell to pay. Both of us, hell to pay. Definitely not going to be my fault, but
keeps me more accountable too. So
yeah, so we'll have all of them, including the new commercial, in a playlist.
Yeah,
when this episode goes live.
If you haven't watched, this is my recommendation. If you haven't watched the GPA, the Gilner Protection Agency ones, those are my favorites. That and the Evil Dave. So go watch those. Those are from when we in the October
was a good month for commercials, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was.
Michael, are you finally ready to go to break?
Yes, let's do it. All right, XP Racers. We'll see you after this.
Hello. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Simon Templeton, owner, operator, sole proprietor, and chief executive officer of Simon Templeton's totally legitimate archaeological expeditions. You've actually caught me out here at an interesting time. I'm doing work for the Varrock Museum, and as a matter of fact, you've come by at just the right time. You see that pyramid? At the top rests a smaller, shinier pyramid. It's not a very tough trek up, but you see, that's my problem. Last time I tried to go up there, I really hurt my back on the way down, so I haven't been feeling up to the climb lately. But that's where you come in. You see, I've got a guy. He's willing to pay top dollar for those pyramid tops. So I'll make you a deal. For every pyramid top you get me, I'll toss you 10,000 gold. That's right, that's a 1 with 4 zeros at the end of it. No diminishing returns, just cold, hard cash. So what do you think? We got a deal? Wait, don't answer that. Just meet me here at my base camp outside the pyramid tomorrow morning. If you get lost on your way over, the pyramid is right next to the edge of the world. Literally, there's nothing there. You stare at the void stares back. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. Can't wait to do business with you, partner.
Hello and welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that commercial break, because I know that we sure did. I haven't seen it yet, but I preemptively know. Like,
neither
it's going to be great.
I made the ad and I haven't seen it yet either. So
yeah,
it's
going to
awesome.
be great. Oh man. So this is the point in the episode where we give a big shout out to all of the people who have given their lovely support over on Patreon. Whether or not you actually pay to support us or not, we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But We do want to shout out those in the Wise Old Man and KBD tiers specifically. So starting with the Wise Old Man tier, big shout out to Scape Caution, Elagio, Bolimer Basket, Benjamin R, Captain Clunk, Morty, Drum TXT, Fortimus, Harley Dad, Ice, Wallow, Jake W, Jordy, Macratinka Jones, Monkey Waffle, Mr. Darkside 76, Knocked Wraith, 999999, Pooper Cheeks, Russ of Fury, Salted Snake, Shadowblade, and Troll. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Wise Old Man tier, hanging out with us in the recording booth chat, and supporting us. And could not forget the lovely KBD tier people. We thank you so much for your support. Very, very generous each month. So, big shout out to Oxie's dad, Cookies and MILF, Evan B, Hydraulic Monkey, Kroll, the Lord Jake himself, P Joint, Hakuna Matata, aka Ryan, the Angel of Death, the Killer of Necks, and Spartan Fire. Thank you so much, everyone. If you would like to support us on Patreon, we have many tiers, all the range from $1 all up to $25. And you can check that out at patreon.com/xpwaste. Now is the time I would like to transition to our community questions. And then Oxie will get to the achievement of the week. We'll get to the fun question, and that'll be the show. So, community question.
Thanks for the layout there, brother.
You got it, buddy. Just want to, make it known that we have a structure. Because we talked about last episode. There's a lot of rabbit trails. Anyway, the question last week in the community section was, are you excited for Leagues 3? And I think partially of that, part of that was also what are your strats? But specifically on Spotify, Lobotomizer, a commenter from last episode, has said, I couldn't care about Leagues. Then I listened to the podcast. Now I'm too stoked to handle. Love to hear it. My man. As far as strategy goes, I'll be blundering through and choosing not range as my first combat skill.
Hell yeah, that's what we like to hear.
Let's see. Asher said, I'm not a huge fan of questing, so maybe this would be a good Leagues for me with the quest skip stuff. Not a huge fan of questing. Maybe you just haven't done the right quests. A Kingdom Divided, once you get to that section, or once you get to that part in your account, amazing quest. Demend, I think that's how you say it. Demend 22. Super excited, but still want to level my main at the same time. So I guess I'll have to lasagna chairs and classes.
Hell yeah.
So I guess I'll have lasagna chairs and classes to finish every day. Lasagna chair. That's so gross.
God, it's so great.
David D. First time trying it. Might even take some time off work for it. So David is excited. Ryan R. First Leagues for me. Super excited to fly through levels. As am I. Nathan. And then the man, 2110. So much yes. Because most PKers would be distracted with Leagues. So I can get my kill count for all the wildy bosses without being PK'd every 5 minutes. Now it'll be every 10 minutes. That's hilarious. Thank you for your responding this week on our community section. Now, there is one reply on YouTube, and that is from Mr. Darkside. He says, since every pet carries over from league to league, I kind of want to go for an awesome pet. I'm thinking maybe even the Nibbler, if Inferno is easy, maybe Dusted Olm, or maybe even Dusted Lil Zik. Those are some amazing goals to have, because I don't know about actual content, but I feel like those types of things were a little bit easier with the relics.
100,000% they were.
Yeah. So if you can do regular Tob in the main game, you for sure can do hard mode Tob in Leagues. So having a dusted pet, whether or not it'll actually keep the dust, I don't know. But that's an amazing goal to have. I want to put it on record, but not really put it on record. I still kind of want the Bloodhound pet in Leagues. So that's a low key goal for me, is to get some Master Clue completions to try and get Bloodhound in Leagues. But we'll see. It'll be a lot easier this time, because Holy cow, our region's not locked. So that is great.
My concern with clues and leagues is getting the items.
Yeah.
And it's because I'm a filthy main account. That's why.
Oh,
You
right.
know
We're
that.
Iron Men.
Yeah.
So having like the fallow steps might actually be a pain in the booty.
Yeah.
But
Or like any like emote step where you have to like wear certain shit. That might be difficult.
true.
Very possible because RNG rates are absolutely busted in leagues.
Before you get to your achievement of the week, Oxie, I do have to ask the question for next week. So the question that we will have in the community section and in the pinned comment on YouTube will be, what other games do you enjoy playing? Simply put, what other games do you like to play? Oxie, take it away.
Easy, to the point. As Michael not so subtly alluded to earlier, it's time for the achievement of the week. The new segment that we're trying out and still ironing out. At the moment, we are going with one skilling and one PVM like cluster of achievements. So it's not just call out one person and pick favorites in either category, depending on how the week goes. So in the scaling category, coming from our friend So Close, our good friend Kyle, I know we've talked about on the podcast once or twice, he hit 200 million total XP. Not
Which
in
is
any skill.
insane.
It's not 200 mil total in any
Right.
whatever, but for reference, I only have 160 mil total. And I've been playing for 152 days and 21 hours. So 200 mil XP, hella impressive. That's definitely worthy of a skilling shout out.
Yeah, shout out. And he's an Iron Man.
He is an Iron Man too. So
That's
he's
pretty big.
lasagna chairing it up. As far as PVM goes, we always have people for like drops and things for PVM. We have had a very, like, for some reason, like an influx of this week. Shout out to Troll, Gambler, and Mima, who have all got their first corrupted gauntlet KC this week. When I said this before we started this section, Michael went, "Aw," because Michael's been attempting the corrupted gauntlet to no avail yet. But it's coming, Michael. It's coming.
Yeah. I'm not trying to take away from the achievement because congrats to you three on your first corrupted. I feel like the first one is the hardest. So I felt that way for the actual gauntlet. Like once you get your feet truly wet in that content, it becomes easier. Like not to say that corrupted gauntlet is easy because it's not, but it does get more comfortable. You get more comfortable. So huge shout out to you guys and huge shout out to So Close.
You're right in both aspects where once you get your first KC, the content's a hell of a lot easier. The content is not easy. Both are true in this case. Corrupted Gauntlet is not a simple PVM experience. It is very high tier. I don't know how else to put it. I'm sure somebody listening who has hundreds of corrupted KC is like, oh, it's not that hard. It's not that top tier. There's a lot. There's prayer switching, prayer deactivation. Hunlif has overheads. The floor is lava sometimes. You have to switch weapons. There's no special attacks. There's no healing specs. Nothing like that. He attacks with all three combat styles. There's a lot of things you have to understand and be able to take in and get good at before Corrupted Gauntlet becomes easy. It's hard content, but holy shit, that first KC feels great. Just to shout him out, because not only is he one of the people we shouted out for this, he's also in the recording booth chat, so we're going to put him on blast. Troll, 1 KC and 47 or 46 deaths. I feel that on a spiritual level. I am at 32 Fazani's Nightmare deaths right now. So we're closing into that same mark. You know, it's tough. But I'm telling you, Troll, all the rest are going to be easier from here, if even just a little bit. So congratulations to the three of you for your Corrupted Gauntlet capes. Congratulations to So Close. Literally never call him that, but congratulations, So Close. At 200 mil on your account. 200 mil total, that is. That's awesome.
You're so close to maxing.
All right, guys, it's been a good week. Thank you guys for coming out. We're
Oh man. The dad jokes are flying in.
Oh my god. So, levels and achievements aside, as fun as those are, it's fun question time, which is also quite fun. This one's brought to us this week by Mr. Darkside76. He asks, if you could create a relic or a fragment for this new league, what would it do?
Mm. Hmm. So we have the ability now that we've seen some funky fragments, to really go off kind of like the structure of what you would think of a relic. Like it usually has to make sense, right? In the past we've seen relics be your attack speed on your whip or your attack speed on your bull pipe is increased. So that seems pretty reasonable. But this league, we're seeing fragments like every time you do a lap of an agility course and you see a mark of grace, it will also spawn coins. There's ones that are like bones are auto buried for 200% XP or something crazy, 300% at tier 3. Did we ever, real quick aside, did we ever figure out how fragments are leveled up?
Yeah,
Did they
you
explain that?
do. I think whenever you gain experience, it has a 4-tick cap, so you can't like fletch arrows and get like experience in all your relics super quickly. But
Mhm.
I think it's every time you earn experience with like a fastest rate of every 4 ticks. So pretty much every time you hit something with a whip, I think
Mhm.
you'll get experience for every relic you have equipped. Because they consider doing it with like only the skills that are relevant to it, but at the same time they opted not to do that because it's a lot to code in.
Oh,
So
yeah.
every time you earn experience, you will earn XP for every relic you have equipped. And I don't know if there's a cap to how many level 3, level 2, level 1 relics or fragments you can have. I'm gonna guess you can have a shitload of tier 3 relics or
Yeah.
fragments, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. So that being said, we could make this to where we talk about like fragments that will go up in level or just straight relics. It's up to you. I think I want to get kind of crazy with it and think of some funky relics or some funky fragments. But do you have any right off the bat? Because I know I don't yet. I am still thinking about it.
I do. I have one. A relic that you get from doing clues or just doing anything in the game that the more you level up the relic, the less steps of clue scrolls that you have to do. Like
Ooh.
tier 1 of this fragment is every clue scroll is the minimum amount of steps. And
Okay.
then tier 2 is every clue scroll is, you know, 3 steps for like hard and higher, and
Hmm.
then at the last tier every clue scroll is 2 steps above like beginner tier. So easy, medium, hard, elite, master, all 2-step clues or all 1-step clues. Just stupid like busted RNG for
Yeah,
clues because we get to stack clues, and like at this point who gives a shit, right? It's leagues, we can do whatever we want. So
that's
i
very
think
true.
i think that would be a fun one, you know.
Okay. No, that would be amazing. I think you would obviously have some clues that, like, I think beginner clues are automatically 3 is the minimum or 3 is the maximum or something.
Beginner
So
clues
like it
3 is the max, and then 1 is the minimum for beginner clues.
okay, so then it would apply to the higher tier ones, which is very nice
Which,
for
oh my god, it's so nice. Cheering outside Thessalia's store is so much easier than going to the VLD caves for any reason. So much easier than climbing all the way up Castle Draken just to realize you forgot the items you need. If I get a casket after 1 step of every master clue I do, beautiful. I've
Can you
never,
imagine?
as you can tell by my inflection, I've literally never had this kind of problem with master clues before. So, obviously.
Oh
But
man. That's a good one. I would definitely pick that up.
that would
100%
be
pick that up.
fun as heck, dude. Oh my god. 2-step elites. So then you could just streamline the garbage you get from elite clues. Oh man, that's great.
Yeah,
Um, do you have any more? Because I could probably think of a few.
go for it.
Um, a wood cutting one. It's called Bunyan. 'Cause I'm from Michigan. If it Paul Bunyan, I don't know if Paul Bunyan's a cryptid. I'm not sure. In any case, maybe he's a kaiju. Who knows? Um, he's a famous lumberjack, folklore, whoever. The Bunyan relic. Every time you swing your axe at a tree, you have a 1 in 10 chance to just fill your inventory with logs.
Oh.
So every time you get a log, there's a 1 in 10 chance that you just fill your inventory.
Okay.
But it wouldn't work if there's like an endless harvest relic. Or maybe it's just like if you have like an endless harvest effect where everything goes to your bank, maybe it caps at like 28 logs per swing, right? So you're not just like filling your bank with U logs or whatever, but
Yeah.
every time you get a log, 1 in 10 chance to fill your inventory with whatever you have left, which could make woodcutting so nice.
Yeah.
You could do the same thing with mining and fishing as well. The lake effect relic. Every time you catch a fish, you have a 1 in 10 chance to fill your inventory with that kind of fish.
Okay.
Sucks ass if it's a tuna and not a swordfish when you're harpooning, but really nice everywhere else. Oh my god. You know how busted that would be at Temporos and Wintertod?
Oh yeah,
Bro,
dude.
you know how absolutely fucking cracked that would be at those bosses?
It would be nice at
filling your
Temporos,
inventory with fish or logs at Temporos or Wintertod? Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be awesome. I want that fragment now. Maybe that's a fragment that levels up where, tier 1 is 5 logs, tier 2 is 10 logs, tier 3 is whatever's left in your inventory. And the logs like won't drop on the ground, like they'll just get deleted if you don't have them.
Yeah.
So it's not to like make it super crazy. Although it is pretty crazy as it is. Oh man, that'd be so good for bossing. Come on, Michael, what do you got?
This sounds exactly like something they could do for a league. It doesn't sound that busted. Like we have.
So we're thinking from main game mentality is the thing.
Yeah, no, it sounds busted in main game, but for a league, no, not at all.
Yeah, it's pretty on par with the dumb shit that they do in leagues. That would be. Oh, that's good. That's good.
Jagex, if you're listening, you still have time to. No, actually, you don't have time. The league's already out. Next league.
You can use these.
We're getting this episode out at 6 a.m. Eastern time. Before the league goes live, Jagex, you have half an hour to implement all of these. Okay?
Maybe not mine, because mine's not that fun. But like, okay, I've been trying to think about what would be useful for just like general gameplay and something to do with food. I haven't quite sussed it out, but either you have a 50% chance that the food you try and eat will not actually be consumed, but you still get the health from it, or that every food can be combo eaten with any other food.
Oh my god. Taking away the tick delay from every food? So
yes.
Everything is like a potion?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, that would be... It would be fun, but like, I don't know. I think the 50% chance to not consume a food would be nice. It's just like you take like three sharks or whatever into... I mean, doing the Corrupted Gauntlet, you wouldn't have to like run around for food at the end. You could go in there with like 10 and maybe complete it. But if everything is a tick food, then it also is both are nice, but both would be like having both at the same time would be kind of broken.
So I was going to say, why can't we have both? Because if you're not aware, when you eat food, there is a delay with which you can do an action. So I think a piece of hard food is 3 ticks, a Karamwan is 2 ticks, and then potions are no ticks. So you can, that's why you can like tick eat with brew. Well, you can, whatever. I'm not talking about tick eating, I'm talking about food delay. You can like eat a brew or a prayer pot and then immediately keep attacking in the same cycle. But if you eat a hard food, you're delayed in your cycle for a second before you go back. If you took that delay away from food, PVM is busted. You would not ever lose DPS. You could keep yourself at high HP, and if you paired it with the no food loss relic that you're talking about,
yeah,
I'd take that shit everywhere. I will pack yak my way through Theater of Blood with nothing but anglerfish and Ceradome and brews and just never die. That'll be great. A full Justy Inferno with restores and brews and anglers, and that's it.
And a rune crossbow.
You could actually arguably probably get Bofa in the Rune Thraxes. You could probably get the Bofa.
You can get everything, baby.
No, I mean reasonably. I mean T-bow is a little harder to get. I think any other ranged weapon would be harder to get.
Of course it's a little less reasonable because, fun fact, purple chests don't actually exist at Chambers of Xeric. It's a myth made up by the J-mods to keep people playing in the game.
you just haven't talked to the right NPC. Every account has a special NPC that you have to talk to in order to unlock your RNG. Oxy, you just haven't found it yet. Have you talked to every NPC in the game?
I'm about to. Honestly, I'm about to because I think other than maybe Calfight Queen, I think I lose the most money at Chambers is Eric. And the only reason why I lose money at KQ is because I hemorrhage supplies. I will take Divine Super Combat, Divine Range, Shark, Angler, Stamina, Imbued Heart if I have it, Home Teleport, Fairy Ring, go down, run the 50 miles it takes to get there, kill the boss, teleport back to the house, and repeat the process.
Right.
So
it's very annoying.
KQ's expensive, but I have 2 heads. I have the Diary head and the Slayer Helm head, so I never need to go back because that pet's gross. Anyways, more relics. What do we got?
I don't know, man. My mind is really blanking, but the possibilities are endless. Really, you could have a relic that lets you pickpocket more than one NPC at a time. How that would work, I don't know. But like take the tick delay off of pickpocketing, maybe, or make it to where this would actually be kind of cool. Instead of like having the set amount of GP, have it to be where like a 1 in 10 chance or a 1 in 5 chance that you just get like 100K from any pickpocket that you do, or a set amount of coins. It could be 1 million GP for all I care, but just having it to where making pickpocketing a little bit more profitable. The one thing that is the challenge of having a time-based game mode is locking content behind getting levels, getting money, doing quests, all the stuff that takes time in the game. And they've kind of already solved that with like you get XP, you get faster XP, you get quests that get auto completed or that get unlocked for you. But the one thing they really haven't figured out is how do we give more money to people as an Iron Man account, because there's no economy. So that could be one way to solve it. I mean, there is smaller things that they're doing from the relics and fragments that we've seen, but that'd be kind of a fun one. Pickpocketing gives a chance for just buku's amounts of money.
That inspired me for another relic that I want to call, or fragment or whatever, Undead Alchemy. Every tier gives you a higher chance. Instead of a monster dropping bones, it drops a random stack of coins.
Ooh.
Between like 5 and 20K. Instead of bones, you get the money.
Yeah.
Like that would be awesome. You could make absolute bank.
Right? Say you're cannoning cow fights or something, or just cannoning goblins. Holy cow.
You could cannon goblins at that area by Lumbridge. If tier 3 is a 50% chance for a monster to drop anywhere between 5 and 20K instead of a pile of bones, you're making stonks at that point. Another relic I have
look like
that. Oh my god, that'd probably be the best moneymaker in the whole game, actually. Honestly, that probably would be the best moneymaker in the whole game. Or like chickens or some shit like that. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, just something that you can kill quickly, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Ooh, I have another one. So we all love how the scythe, I don't know if there's any other weapons that do it, but it has like a 3x3 attack. I would say that this relic will give your standard weapons
an area of effect to where, and they may have had this actually.
They had, it was explosive strikes from Trailblazer.
Okay. Then
every
it's already
attack was like a Chinchompa. It was super cool.
It's already there. Never mind then.
That's still awesome though. Like that's just a.
Because I'm just thinking about going up to like a pile, like if you can pile up a bunch of chickens or something, or even your neck reels, and instead of having to burst or barrage them, you just take a whip and you're just doing area of effect damage with a whip or a dragon scimitar or something, and not have to have a scythe, a charged scythe to do that. But if it's already a relic, then this isn't the fun question for that.
I mean, it was. Who knows? Maybe they will or won't add it again. I have one that is oddly specific to one piece of content, but I also think would be a very helpful time save.
Gotcha. What is it?
It's a fragment that lets you choose your layout for Chambers of Eric.
That would be cool.
Or lets you what?
Like,
is there anything else?
optimize it.
Or lets you like choose your layout for the gauntlet, or like something that's not so randomized.
Ooh, yeah.
You know, like what are like yeah, exactly. Maybe you could do it for Theater of Blood and just reorganize the rooms.
That would be
And
cool.
then you could do Verzik first and then go through and get your supplies back. So like you're finishing out on like Zarpus or Sodastag, which are like the freest rooms in the raid. Or Bloat. Bloat. I say Bloat is free. I think the boys and I have died at Bloat more, other than Verzik, more than anywhere. Because we go from TNL to Rot in Bloat. It's great. But yeah, I think that would be fun, specific but fun. I know somebody who's like die hard on PVM, just got chills. Like pick my own chambers layout. Ooh, like somebody really wants that relic. I don't know who, but somebody really wants it.
Can you imagine the ability? Because you have to have like a minimum. You have to have a minimum amount of rooms. But what if you could say every room is a crab's room, or every room is a thieving room, and just fly through the raids?
That would be so many purples per hour. Tightrope thieving, tightrope thieving, tightrope thieving. Cap it out at tightrope and thieving.
Yeah,
and then go into
home points, aren't they? Like, what's a good point room?
I mean,
I don't know.
Probably the combat rooms. Like you could just 5-stack Tecton and probably get a shitload of points that way. You know, there's a lot of, if you want like points, Tecton's not a hard boss to kill depending on your gear. You can kill Tecton pretty quick. Right? If you have, you know, maybe you get like an Inquisitor's mace or a scythe or something like that, and you have melee relics, you could fly through Tecton rooms, get a shitload of points. It's a no prep raid because you get your overloads and your like enhances and things. So you don't really have to do much, if any, prep at all. And Tecton also can be no damage.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool things you could do with that. Oddly specific, but fun for sure.
Yeah. Well, like if that's the content you enjoy, it would be a fun, because you can switch these out. One thing I know that this league is allowing us to do is like you're not like backed into a corner on picking the relics that you have for the entire league. You're able to swap them out, kind of like what they did in Deadman mode. So if you were to say want to go do some chambers with the boys, pop in this relic, do the chambers, and then do your other content. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how these relics are working.
Yeah, you can swap them out whenever you want. That's gonna be so nice to have them be swappable, dude.
Yes.
You don't have to like, we don't have to sit and wonder for hours in Discord what we're gonna pick as a next relic. That is so nice, dude.
I do remember that from last week, the last league, just sitting there like, okay, guys, I have my next relic, I have my next tier. What am I picking? And then going through each option and like reading everything so meticulously, and then regretting it 5 minutes later. Oh man, any other ones? I can't think of any other ones. I mean, I think they already had some where like farming ticks are reduced, but if you could, okay. This is not so much a relic, but it's a relic that gives you an item. You know how they have bone meal in Minecraft? You see where I'm going with this? Bone meal is a thing in RuneScape where you just crush up bones, put them in a compost bin, and then stuff will insta-grow, and you get the full XP from it. But it has like charges per day. So like you could just plant a redwood tree and bone meal it.
Easy 99 farming.
Hell yeah.
Easy kangaroo pet in leagues.
Oh, the herbs. That's what I'm saying. You could have like stacks of herbs. You just sit there with one patch.
Oh, that'd be so cool, dude.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
It would have to have where you like have charges. And it wouldn't be that like, because I'm just thinking about, okay, relics don't have to just be things. Like last league, if you chose the
Fairy's Flight.
That one, whatever. Yeah, you got the Orb of Returning.
Yeah, that was last recall. Fairy's Flight was mistake.
Last recall.
You chose Fairy's Flight and you're still playing RuneScape. Jesus Christ.
Let's just unpack that one in therapy.
Yes.
No, it's just, it would have to be something that's not as, because they arguably should have had a charges limit on last recall on the orb. Yes, I stand by my statement.
It's leagues, baby. No one gives a shit. Let us do whatever we want.
This league is actually shorter. So this could work out. So
Thank God, because the last league was like it was too long.
yeah, it was like 10 weeks, right?
Although I'm sure the Dragon Cup threshold is going to be so much higher because we have all the tasks available to us. Dragon Cup, you heard it here first. Dragon Cup's going to be 100k league points.
Oh!
Without a doubt, Dragon Cup's going to be 100k league points. It's going to be nutty, but
that is so much stuff you can buy from the shop. There's so much stuff.
It's honestly so much, dude. Check it out. A relic that gives you 10 times boosted mini game points. I know they have one specifically for MTA, but boosted mini game points. So pest control, barbarian assault, soul wars. They don't have LMS. They don't have LMS activated, unfortunately. But games like that, fishing trawler gives you more rolls per whatever.
Is this a thing? Or is this your theory crafting one?
This is my fake one. You know how cool it would be if you got like boosted points. You play one game, you play 4 games of Barbarian Assault, and all 4 rolls, you instantly got a fighter torso. Like that's how many points you get. That would be so sick, dude. So many cool things can be done. So many cool things could be done. Tithe farm, easy. Okay, hold the phone. Hold the phone. If the relic gives you more points for mini games, is it restricted to mini games? Or does tier 3, hear me out, tier 1 gives you 5 times mini game points. Tier 2 gives you 10 times mini game points. Tier 3 gives you 10 time mini game and Slayer point. That would be absolutely fucking crack.
I think
100th task at Konar with 10 times the 10 times multiplier.
That's like 2,500 points or something. Arguably, those should be separate. Honestly, you could have a relic that gives that would give you 5, 10, 15 times Slayer points on its own. Like that's good enough to stand on 2 legs. Why not have both? Why not just have both? Can you imagine though?
100th task. If you did your 100th task at Konar without the Elite Diary done, that's 2,700 Slayer points for like 8 mutated Zygomites on Fossil Island. Like that is awesome, dude.
Pair that with the unnatural selection, and you're just doing the easiest rat tasks, easy spider tasks.
Oh my god, dude. Turiel boosting has taken a whole new level. I want that for main game. I don't want that for main game. I'd like that so I can get my Slayer helmet recolors and then take it away from me. I don't need that much power.
Well, Oxie, do you have any other ones?
I don't. I'm sure I could think of some, but this episode has gone on for a little bit, so I think it's a good place to cap it off. Shorter one this week, so I hope you guys can forgive us for that. Although last week was over 2 hours, so
we're just keeping it short so they can get back to league.
Exactly. Man. See, he knows.
Darkside, thank you for that question. I know you said in recording booth chat that we were having a field day and it's fun and you love it. We loved it too. Thank you for that question so much. That was a fun one. All right, folks. If you made it this far in the episode, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for the continued support each and every week. If you haven't joined the TNL Discord, the link for that is in the description. We would love to see you there. If you want to join the Patreon, patreon.com/xpwaste. Check out our YouTube channel, subscribe. I think we're at like 260 something subscribers on YouTube.
More than Michael and I combined.
Yes, that's the most subscribers I've ever seen on any account. So thank you for that. If you are subscribed to YouTube, if you're not, head on over. The link is in the description. Guys, it's been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed playing Leagues today or whatever day that you're listening to this. If Leagues is still around.
Because I know we sure did.
Because I know we sure. If it's not around and you're listening to this like months in the future, thank you so much for still listening to this episode, even though it may not have been very relevant. So with that, we will see you guys next Wednesday.